We focus on social holiness. And Megan, I want to thank you because you kind of strongly encouraged us to do like a training for that ministry area before you ever said yes to doing that, to being the convener. And I want to thank you for that because it made us have to think through and say, okay, well, how do I explain this to someone if I'm not talking about it all the time? And so it makes you think that through. And so advocacy helps us to look at those who are considered to be the least among us. And sometimes the least among us might be me. It all depends on the circumstances and the situation. To look, see who the least among us is, and do they have a voice? And voices have been stifled for a long time. And church used to be what people wanted to know. What is the church saying about this? But now people don't ask that question. But we have to reclaim that voice for the church. We have to reclaim that voice for the people who are not being heard. The discipleship, so then we help local churches to do that too. So we help them to look beyond themselves to the societal needs. We help local churches to understand that if you got somebody that's coming to your food pantry all the time, what is going on? There is something behind that. And how can we help give voice to things that they may not even be able to articulate because they're trying to survive and have a meal from day to day, or they're trying to survive and pay a rent from month to month. How do we help become that voice? Discipleship ministry area. You're charged with inviting all persons to commit their lives to Jesus Christ and to live as Christian disciples in the world. We can't be a disciple in a vacuum. And we can't be a disciple if we don't have a way to express that or practice that or live that out. So we have to have others in the world alongside of us to be able to do that work. So it's the work of this team that helps local churches to be equipped to help the people of God experience and practice the means of grace. And you will hear more about that in your ministry area. The lay leadership area, we've kind of talked about what that looks like, helping lay leaders to be effective in ministry. And lay leaders isn't just the person that's the lay leader in the church. Lay leaders are anybody who is laity that is striving to make a difference and demonstrate that work and model it to other people. That's lay, and they're laity and not clergy. But that's being a lay leader. And so how can we help develop those folks into being strong leadership? And then the outreach ministry area I just talked about helps us to reach out into the world to make a difference and be a witness for Jesus Christ. So I'm going to pause. Thank you, Chris. I'm going to pause right there to see what questions you may have. And you're going to talk more about that in your ministry area, but what questions might you have now? Okay, so get out a piece of paper. I'm just kidding. I was going to say get out a piece of paper and fold it in half, but I'm not going to do that. So Jim Arant is going to help us understand the budgeting process